There is a Lamborghini, a new one, going that way, and I wish he was coming this way. I want to try to get him on video, because I would gap the shit out of him right now. Oh, it's a McLaren. Oh, I would kill you, buddy. I would kill you. I'd eat your heart for breakfast. You guys want to mod your cars, but you're on a budget? You think that can stop you? I always tell people it's better to buy mods that are worth your money than waste your time on cheap Ricer mods that just don't do anything. So today, for the haters that think that, oh, just because they weren't born rich or something, they can't afford to be a car guy, that's false. I'm going to tell you guys a handful of mods, 5 or 6, I don't know. We'll try to see how many I can rattle off to you guys before the government comes after me, because this is top secret knowledge. I'm going to be rattling off some ideas and some mods that you guys can get for less than $100. Now, I'm not saying that these are readily available off the shelf. These you got to be ready to snipe for either on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp, but some of these you can get off the shelf. So, without further ado, I'm Drew Peacock, and let's dive right in. First things first, this is a mod that most people do gravitate towards for their first mod, but you guys are doing it wrong. Cold air intakes. Now hear me out. Do not go on Amazon, type in cold air intake, and buy the first one that pops up with a 6 silver pipe and a red filter. Do not do that. Do one of two things. If you want something brand new, focus on the filter itself. Your stock airbox and stock intake piping is probably decent enough to where aftermarket cheap metal piping is just gonna make you slower anyways. So, focus on the element of the filter itself. You can go to your local auto parts store, buy a K&N filter, a high flow filter, and this will be much better than buying a cheap Amazon intake or a cheap eBay intake or just any China intake for that matter. Because the piping isn't necessarily what makes your car faster. It can help, but you want it to flow better. You want your car to breathe better. Imagine you have like a t-shirt over your face and you can't breathe, compared to like swimming trunks or something, or like a knitted skirt. I guess that would be a better answer. Like something super breathable. That's what makes your car faster. That's what gives you the horsepower. Not the silver piping, not it looking cooler, the filter, the flow. That's what you want. You can go and buy these, and I wouldn't expect major gains, but it's definitely a lot better than just going on Amazon and slapping on a cheap filter and piping unit. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Now, some older cars won't benefit obviously from this because their intake designs are shitty, but I know a lot of newer cars, they've really become efficient. And using an example like the 2018 to 2023 Mustang GT, those airboxes, those intakes are actually better than most aftermarket ones because they pull air from the outside of the vehicle. And I would argue the same with the new S650 as well. So, although you're not going to gain 15 horsepower from this, you might, but I'm not going to sit here and fill your head with lies. Realistically, you're going to see a gain of like 3 to 5 horsepower, which might not seem like a lot, but if you're mod hungry and you want to hear your intake just a little bit better, this might be the way to go for you. Another great mod that you can do for less than $100 that will make your driving experience much, much better, a weighted shift knob. I don't have one in this car. This is the factory shift knob. Maybe eventually I'll get one, but a weighted shift knob will make your driving experience much better. Now, if you're an automatic guy, you're not shit out of luck here. They do make aftermarket gear selects. My girlfriend has one on her S650. It's an RTR style one, and it looks almost like a manual shift knob. That's not why we bought it. It's just if you know anything about Mustangs, the OEM automatic shift knobs are really ugly. So she went out and picked a billet black RTR one. That is, it just is a lot more appealing to look at. But a weighted shift knob essentially helps you shift your car better and smoother, and it just feels nicer. Like I said, I don't have one in this car, but that might be a mod that, hey, look it, if I want to just do something real quick, I can go get one of those, install it, and my driving experience is gonna feel a lot different than how it was before. A decent shift knob will run you around $100, sometimes even more, it depends. I think some of these companies do be taxing a little bit and charging like $150 to $200. That's bonkers. I think you can find a good one for about $100. So a weighted shift knob is a great upgrade for any manual car. All right, I could hear you guys typing. Drew, what about some cosmetic shit? What's something cosmetic I could do to my car to make it look a little cooler? Chinese carbon fiber. Whether you guys like it or not, a lot of the carbon fiber you guys buy for your car comes from China. I know that, you know that, we just have to accept it. Unless you see people making it here in the States, it's probably coming from somewhere in China or in Asia at the very least. It's not a bad thing, that's just the reality of it. A lot of these companies say it's made here or, you know, don't exactly say where it's made, and they upcharge. It's not saying it's a bad thing that it was made in China. A lot of the parts are still quality, but if you want to just cut out the middleman, you can go on like AliExpress, Alibaba, search up your car, and you can find a million different types of carbon fiber for your car for way cheaper than a lot of places are selling them for. Take carbon fiber steering wheels, for example. A few years ago, carbon fiber steering wheels were averaging for about $1,500, and oh my God, they were making a killing on them because everyone and their mama was buying them. Now you can go online and find them for like $500, $700, you know, maybe even cheaper. The reality is you can get that same steering wheel on like Alibaba or AliExpress, and I mean the same one for $200. Not one that looks similar. I'm telling you, that's where they are getting them and selling it to you. Again, not a bad thing. That's their business. I get it. But, you know, if you want to save yourself some money, buy one by yourself. Or to make it even cheaper, they usually have like bundle deals where if you buy one and your friend buys one and you guys group them together, it's even cheaper now. So yeah, you can get like a carbon fiber ducktail, some mirror caps, probably not a carbon fiber steering wheel for $100, but some interior pieces. There's probably a lot of stuff you could get for about $100 using one of those websites, using one of those cheat codes. So if you're in it to just make your car look cooler, that might be the way to go, especially if you're balling on a budget. Now let's talk about something that would benefit somebody who wants their car to look better and go faster. What you got to do is go on your phone, download Facebook Marketplace OfferUp, and search for wheels for your car. You would be surprised on how cheap some people will let wheels go. Now, I don't think you're going to get a full set for $100. You can, depending on the wheel, but you're not going to walk off of somebody's front yard with Workmeisters for $100. That's just not going to happen. But if you want someone's takeoffs, that means they have a performance pack, you have a base model, and you want the performance pack wheels, they might just let them go for that cheap. Or if you want somebody's aftermarket rep wheels, they might just let them go for that cheap. Not a guarantee. I definitely have sold wheels for cheap myself. I think the cheapest set of wheels I ever sold was like $200 or maybe $400, which would equate to about $100 a wheel. We gotta be realistic here, guys. $400 for a set of wheels and tires is not a bad deal. And I think the wheels I sold were Chip Foose, like American Muscle 20-inch wheels with Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires. Sold them for $400 to some guy with like a Cobra. They were cool wheels, they just weren't my style. And they were on the 3-valve when I bought them. But regardless, if you scour and you negotiate, hell, maybe even trade for a couple parts, you can get prices down pretty easily, depending on what you're looking at. There is a Lamborghini, a new one, going that way, and I wish he was coming this way. I want to try to get him on video, because I would gap the shit out of him right now. Oh, it's a McLaren. Oh, I would kill you, buddy. I would kill you. I'd eat your heart for breakfast. It is 9 in the morning, so yeah. It's breakfast time. I think that's a GT or an Arturo or something. I don't know. And before you new boys, you new flock members say, oh, that's cringe Corvette owner disrespecting a McLaren owner. I was a McLaren owner, and the Corvette is far superior, at least to a 12C. I know there's better McLarens, but I would probably gap them. Because of these mods that I listed. No, I'm joking, but I do have some of the mods that I listed. Here's a great example, balling on a budget. I got a carbon fiber K&N intake for this car. Original price, MSRP, $1,000. I found it on OfferUp $300 brand new in the box. It's just a money glitch, honestly. You could find stuff if you look hard enough. To be fair, my boy Only Rears found it for me and I just bought it, but you can find it. If I would have typed it in, maybe I would have found it. Anyways, let's move on though. The next thing you can probably get for about $100 are some mufflers. If you simply type in mufflers for your make and model, you're gonna see a lot of options, and there's gonna be some decent ones. You could definitely get a set for your car, no problem. Now, it might take a little bit of install, maybe some money to buy some new hardware or something, but mufflers are fairly cheap. No, let's be realistic. You're not gonna get some Corsa Extremes or Borla Attacks for $100. It's just not gonna happen. But you might be able to find a MagnaFlow, a Flowmaster, stuff like that. I've bought mufflers off of Facebook Marketplace. I think way back when I bought a set of MagnaFlows for my Mustang, and they were like either $100 or $150. I didn't end up liking them, so I swapped them out. This is back when it was a 3-valve. But point is, you could find them and you could buy them. And anything other than stock is gonna be an upgrade for the most part. It's gonna be louder, it's gonna be lighter, it's gonna probably look better. So we can't get picky. If we only have $100 in our bank account, we can't be the pickiest person on the planet. Sick! See, this guy, he put a sports sticker on his car. He wasted his money on that. Oh, and a sticker on the gas tank. Instead of buying a mod on my list, he bought a couple stickers. And look at him, still slow. Learn your lesson, folks. Learn your lesson. This one is a given, but I feel like people pass up on this all the time. General maintenance and or suspension bushings. Replacing your suspension bushings, especially if you're driving an older clapped out car, is gonna make it feel so responsive, so nimble, so tight in the steering. You're gonna love it. So if you're balling on a budget, you just picked up a car, it's pretty clapped, it's got over 150,000 miles, hell, even 100,000 miles, it might not be a bad idea to look up a suspension bushing kit for your car. Start little by little. Do your control arms, do your A-arms, do your sway bars, do it all, and it's gonna tighten it up. And you can buy OEM bushings or poly bushings for fairly cheap, especially if you shop on bmr.com and use discount code PEACOCK7. I'm actually on my way right now to install some bushings on this car. I don't quite recall how much the bushing kit is, but we're also doing the full car, so I'm sure it was a little pricey, and we're doing it in like their stiffest material. But there's a lot of companies out there that make decent bushings from factory, Honda being one of them. If you have like an old EG or EK and you throw in all OEM Honda bushings, it's gonna feel so much better. You have no idea. But that, general maintenance, clean your filters, clean your spark plugs or get new ones, clean, you know, just make sure your car is running at tip-top shape. That alone will make your car faster and just feel better, be more reliable. Can't go wrong with some general maintenance. A lot of people knock it. A lot of people complain and don't do it and skip it. General maintenance, I think, is great, and it shouldn't be overlooked, especially if you plan on having fun in your car. The last thing you want to do is blow up your engine or crash because you didn't replace your bushings in time. So do your general maintenance. Anyways, last but not least, if you want to lower your car a little bit, there's only one real option for you out there. Besides cutting your springs, I do not recommend that, but you could probably find some aftermarket lowering springs for pretty cheap. Even big name brands, brand new, these only cost like $200. So if you find some used ones, I'm sure you can find them for $100, if not less. Hell, you might even be able to get them with the factory struts. Maybe somebody converted to coilovers and is selling their whole stock suspension with lowering springs, in which case, jackpot. But yeah, lowering springs are a great lowering springs are a great way to make your car handle a little bit better, look a lot better. It's just a good option out there if you're balling on a budget. Anyways, drop your guys' recommendations for car mods under $100 down below. I just gave you guys a whole build for a car for probably less than $1,000. If you listen to me, you can do it yourself. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, subscribe, and until next video, peace.